So as we know, it's the 4 semi-finals, 2 gates from each, plus the fastest time. Well, anyway, let's see how this goes on. We're moving it on to the C1W200 women. Stanilia Stamino from Bulgaria. We have Takic Klinchko from Hungary, so there's going to be a lot of noise there.
Yeah, we've been training in Bulgaria for 2 weeks before we came out to Italy, and the Bulgarian girl seems to be going quite well. So
well, that's your Lani Belcher's tip for the day. This event is the richest we've ever seen. I believe there's 41 or 42 entries in the C1 which you wouldn't have suspected that a few years ago. And
definitely
it seems
getting
to be,
stronger.
Exactly. But there's, unless we know something that goes terribly wrong, it's Laurence Vincent Lepoix is still a country mile ahead of the others. So have you actually been training with the Bulgarians, or just on the same water? Or?
No, just on the same water in Plovdiv. So they've got a nice course there, and they're just building a warm-up lake. So I think they're going to try and bid for some competitions in the future.
Good.
But it's definitely a really nice course to train on and race on.
And you're away from the highlight and the stress of expectations, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice to get a bit of hot weather, to be honest, and then have a good focus for the last week and a half into Worlds.
There they are in the starting buckets, and this will be, let's have a look, it's the first 2, same as last time, it's the first 2 that go direct, and it's the next best time, so we'll keep a note on the times. We do have favourites in lanes number 4 and 5. It looks like 5 is certainly come ahead. That's Stanilia Staminova from Bulgaria, who has perhaps the best pedigree, and she's really taking them on, isn't she?
So she's pulling away a bit here.
Well, a bit of noise because we do have Hungary just below us, but we're coming to the halfway line already, and it's very much out. It's lane number 5, followed by lane number 4.
The Hungarians coming back at her.
So coming in the last 40 metres. It's Stamino from Bulgaria, but Takac is catching it with every single stroke. It's going to go to the line. It doesn't really matter because they're both qualified.
Exactly. Yeah, the clear 2 in front.
And Ukraine with 49.49. We need to make a note of that. That's the 3rd place, and it's going to be the fastest loser, 3rd place, that goes in. 49.534 is the point to look out for Ludmila Luzan from Ukraine.
Yeah, the Bulgarian got a really good start there. She doesn't seem to want to be wearing her sunglasses. They're on top of her head.
Well, in the end, they were both quite ahead of the field. It'll be interesting to compare the times. It's good that they're both going under the 50-second mark.
Yeah.
1 minute.
We've got the second semi-final coming up now.
And we have maybe the superstar Paula Postera from Romania is not the young lady I was referring to.
In here as well.
Laurence Vincent Lepoix. She's only just decided to concentrate on this. Well, there's official results coming up. It's Staminova from Bulgaria and Kishkotasic from Hungary, who are the 2 taking definitely the places in the final. And Ukraine have to wait and see a little bit to see how it comes out. But Laurence Vincent Lepoix, she's so far. She said she feels the pressure. She was very nervous a couple of days ago. This is the only actual event she's actually entered into, really put all her energy in this. So didn't go in the C2 500. She's now 4 times the world champion in this. I believe it was 14, 13, 11, and 10. So every time she's entered, she's won.
Yeah, I remember, I think in Canada, seeing possibly race.
Well, we'll see, but she's not the only athlete in it. We do have a complete good cross-reference right across the board.
Second semi-final of the C1W200 meters.
Well, she's just such a dominant athlete, isn't she? She's just way ahead of all the others all the time. Such a pleasant athlete, comes and talks to you all the time. Looking to do what she can do, she can do a nursing degree, then transfer to do a medical degree.
Wow, very tall.
Something to keep the mind off the water every now and then.
Yeah,
But she said she's had good training and everything's going well. They say it's a massive field, over 40 athletes, which is really what the ICF are aiming for, the strength and depth. But I think we're still going to see some disparity between the first and the lower rankings.
I think so, just because it's such a new event, I guess, compared to the others, and countries are still developing in it.
Well, they're lining up. Going to be going off any moment now. Well, there's a bit of a French cheer. French fans had a disappointing weekend so far. Disappointing competition, but they're up to do as much as they can. Sue Karim missed out. We'll see Sogoyo later this afternoon how she's going to perform. Stoyacha there on the line. I think, to be honest, it's all about who's going to come second here. Well, they're being held back a little bit. Can you see why?
No, I can't see why. They tend to hold you in the bucket sometimes for quite a while.
Come on, let's put it off.
It can't be. It's not nice sitting on there for that amount of time.
Well, we've had two famous false starts so far. We had a double false start in the K2 1000 with Venny Holson and Niels a couple of days ago, and this morning with the K2 200. I heard it was your mates who actually did the first false start, so they have to be careful on the second one.
Yeah.
But they're off.
And they're off.
200 metres, not surprisingly first to show is Laurence Vincent-Lepoint, lane number 5, but lane number 9 is also looking strong. That's Ruta Degger from Lithuania.
Canadian's just towering away from them all, really, isn't she?
Yeah, she's really long straight, really. Showing what she does. She said she does have nerves, but it's internal pressure. And in lane, well, we are fighting for second place. It's going to be France is up there with Romania. Looks like Romania at the moment. It's Paula Pastru who is coming on nicely. It's staggering performance. She's a length and a half ahead in a 200-metre race, which shouldn't happen, but it does. 25 metres to go. It's going to be Canada all the way. Who's going to take the crucial second point, and what's going to be the fastest time?
I think Romania is going to take the second place.
Well, that's said, and France. What is the time for France? Well, it's very, very fast first time.
Wow.
46. 50.460 for the third position, and 49.534 was Ukraine. So, unfortunately for Eugénie Dange, she misses out.
Yeah, I also heard that it was the British guys that did the first start, but I didn't see it. It's a quick turnaround for them to have to rerun the race. So.
45 minutes this morning. What happened was the first two, lanes 1 and 2, so that was Canada and Sweden, heard and stopped after 3 or 4 strokes, and the others I was speaking to Marko Novakovic from the Serbians, who actually came in third. He said he thought he heard something, and it's in the back of his mind, but he said, well, everyone's keeping on going.
Yeah, we were in our K2 paddling up to the start and stopped to watch them start, and I thought it was a false start, but I couldn't see anything, and everyone kept on going, so I assumed that it wasn't.
And then they had to 45 minutes later come, but the pleasing point was the Hungarians. They won it both times. Well, pleasing for them anyway.
Yeah, very impressive.
Right, semi-finals day, and Laurence Vincent-Lepoint has run away with it by 2.697 seconds. Romania crucially taking the second spot to get into the semi-finals. And France, unfortunately, just missing out, if our calculations are correct, because Ukraine has a faster time, and it's the first, third place who goes through. Well, we have 2 more semi-finals to go.
We just got the results from the women's K1 and the third fastest time went to Hungary, Ninetta Vad. So she'll be in the final A as well, which is good for Hungary.
She's a staggeringly good student, and obviously has been in the top boat. Were they won the K2 200 last year?
Yeah. And she's been in the K4 this year.
Switching around this one, we chatted recently to Danuta Kozak, and she was absolutely delighted to do what she's done. She said she didn't actually watch the K1 500 this morning. She's going to go back to the hotel and watch it a bit later. Well, Conchita Nascimento, she's been on the scene all season or in the World Cups, and she's had some good results, so one to look out for in lane number 5. I guess she's going to be the favourite. So Lisa Carrington, we probably saw on the streaming a few minutes ago. She looked very good, winning her semi-final by 1.21 seconds, which is quite special, isn't it?
Indeed, she's an amazing athlete.
When we talked to her after her victory in the 500, it was like, okay, the first box of the weekend is ticked, and let's move on to the next one. But crucially, she claims she's able to live for the moment, which I guess is very important.
Indeed. Yeah, she's an amazing athlete, and to be able to reproduce what she's doing race after race is just very impressive.
And she's hopefully, she's saying she's certainly not counting her eggs yet, because there's going to be stiff competition internally for New Zealand for the actual 500 place, which is she's certainly targeting the Olympic girls, but they're certainly off in the C2 100 third heat. It's Nascimento from Brazil in lane number 5 as expected coming out, and Chile with Karen Roca also looking to put forward a good performance in lane number 6. We have Ecuador in lane number 3 with Angie Avino, who's been putting good results well together. They look like the 3 at the moment who's going to be fighting out for top spot, but it's certainly Brazil going to take with 40 metres to go. She's certainly in the driving seat as we go.
She must be pretty hot in that beanie, I reckon.
Well, I think in Brazil they have a slightly more clement climate. They might be used to it, but anyway, she comes over the line to take a significant victory. Second is going to be Ukraine. Third, Czech Republic. What is the Czech time? I think it's quite fast.
Yeah, it looks like quite a fast semi-final.
48.540. Well, Jana Jozova has booked herself almost a place. She's a 49.525. My short-term memory, 45.534. Well, easily does it by 11 thousandths of a second. She comes into second place at the moment. Just so how important it is to push over the line the last few strokes. But no doubt about the dominant. We have Nascimento came in 47.47. Lance Vincent Laplante was 46. So, well, there you are. Confirmation of the result. It goes to Brazil, Ecuador. They're the 2 who guaranteed themselves position in the final, and the Czech Republic come in third. Action continuing thick and fast, and it's a really exciting day because we still have lots of fun semi-finals to go.
One more semi-final for the women's C1, and then we'll move on to the men's C2.
So what's your experience in C2, C1? Have you ever started? Just not for you, not cool enough?
I think I'll go around in circles last time I did it. I managed to stay up, but yeah, going in the straight line's a different matter.
Okay.
No, it's impressive to be able to kneel. It just looks quite uncomfortable.
Well, we've got stacks of more events to come. As you said, you've got the C2 sprints, then we've got the K2 Women 200, C2 1000, and then we have the K4s, which is going to be really, really exciting because they have to make it into the final too. It's big time, isn't it?
Yeah, the pressure's on in the K4. We've got top 10, but there's got to be those 4 continents in there, so it's, yeah.
Adds a bit of more complication.
Yeah, indeed. And there's a lot of girls doubling up as well, so yeah.
We'll see how it works out. Well, we're back to the action here, and this is Dorota Bohaska from Poland. Let's see how she performs. Alicia Omenensko in lane number 5, possibly the favorite here. A lot of athletes performing on the world stage for the first time. We have complete representation from South Africa, Singapore, Poland, Uzbekistan, Russia, Belarus, Italy, Vietnam and Portugal. So they're really from all over the planet.
All over the world, really.
Starters
White flags up.
doing what they've done 100 times before. And the point of ref, sorry.
No, I was going to say, we're just waiting for a few more to come in on the far side and then...
The importance is, I suppose, to be the correct decision. And I guess the problem with the weeds won't be as much with the canoes as with the kayaks.
With the weeds, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, not having a rudder helps. I mean, you can get it on the front of your boat, but it's not as likely as the rudder.
Where lane number 6 is showing early, that's Kamila Bob from Belarus.
One of the closest semi-finals that we've had.
4 boats in a line coming up to the halfway point. Poland, Uzbekistan, Russia and Belarus. Looks like at the moment it's Belarus from Russia coming back in lane number 5. It's Alessia Romansko. Belarus in your picture there. And it's going to be, well, these two, it doesn't matter who wins as long as they both go through. Fast finishing in lane number 8 from Vietnam, but, well, it's going to certainly be a lovely pink boat that's going to win today. Belarus takes it from Russia. Who's going to take the 3rd place? I think it's a bit slower, this one seems to be. Yeah, unfortunately, 3rd place was Rashmantova from Uzbekistan, and
slightly down on the
a second out, which does actually mean we know who the finalists are going to be, because the 3rd fastest, or the fastest loser, fast 3rd place was Jana Jozova from the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
I have to figure out how I'm going to say that properly. Stay with us. We're still here, course side. Well, I don't know if that's just our screen gone down. I hope we lost a bit of coverage, but we'll still keep very clear. It's Matthew Layton with Lanny Belcher, and the conditions are just about right for racing out here. It's been a lot of excitement. Yeah. And we've seen some spectacular performances today so far in the semi-finals. And the finals this morning, we saw 9 finals. Lisa Carrington started off and showed the world what she's all about, winning in style the first one.